Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault Gaming video. Xvault here, and today of course we got that sweet salt for you. And like I stated, there's extra videos today, this week, all that good stuff, because there's so much salt. We have to revel in this. It's just too rich, it's too much. We have to share it. So let's start. Let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, what we have to go over is even more salt. As I mentioned before, there's just so much. There's extra video content. Usually it's Mondays and Wednesdays that this stuff will go live and ready for y'all. But there's just so much, I can't hold it back. We gotta take this in, we gotta enjoy this, because it's just everywhere. Until we hear from Phil this Monday, it is everywhere. And even after then, I expect a lot of copiing going on. So let's start with our first one, our favorite person here, which is Xbox Curator. Of course, if anything bad happens to Xbox, there's three things to blame for it. The Xbox One failure, putting games on Game Pass or games on PC, and then of course Xbox Game Pass itself. If you blame the Xbox fans that stuck around, go to hell, it says. So, yep, Xbox One failure. You're gonna, again, everything that Xbox Curator does state here is something that most people outside of the Xbox fanboy community has come out and stated since day one. So no crap, dude. Yes, Xbox One failure. Yes, putting games on PC day one does attribute to that, because they're now synonymous, and that's why you have the PC Master Race or PC Elitist, whatever you want to call them, or whatever they're calling themselves. That's why they're synonymous with your brand and why they favor that over PlayStation, because PlayStation's not doing every single game on that. And then of course, Xbox Game Pass itself, yes, cannibalizes sales, like we said, stagnated the subscription numbers, like we've said. List goes on and on. Crazy dude. Let's go. Next one here, this is interesting here. As you can see, you Nintendo and Sony fans are to blame. You all refused to support the third wheel, Xbox, and now you're going to have to reap what you sowed. Higher console prices, less innovation, and less urgency. Sure, you may now have more access to a wider selection of games, but at what price? The long-term landscape may forever be doomed, and the guilt will not be easily washed away with marathon sessions of Halo and Forza. There's digital blood on your hands. Shame. Well, interestingly enough, I love how you have to shift the blame to elsewhere, because other people didn't pick up the slack and wanted to settle for mediocrity that the Xbox ecosystem did shovel out for so many years. Starting again with the Xbox One generation, and you've been dry the first 2 years of the Xbox Series S and X for the most part. There was an entire year where you didn't even get a first-party AAA game, but that's everybody else's fault for not settling for mediocrity. I don't think so. Get out of here, dude. Going on here. So, good old MLD, General MLD, the ultimate delusionist here. That Xbox even considered the rumors shows how Sony is the true threat to the competition in gaming. No wonder Xbox bought publishers. I believed Phil's quote since the PS2 days, where it's quoted down below, Xbox boss, Sony wants to grow by making Xbox smaller. Nah. This isn't even anything considerably the same. I don't understand what you're trying to misinform everybody from. This is not the case. Xbox even considered the rumor shows how Sony is the true threat to competition in gaming. It's a threat that they consistently give out great quality experiences. That's the threat. Nintendo's doing just fine. Maybe ask them how to do things. They're doing just fine working alongside Sony and even having more success console-wise than Sony due to the Switch, due to the Wii U. All sorts of stuff, but Sony's the threat here, because Xbox cannot manifest and do what was needed to begin with. And I'm not going to go over the laundry list of what they could have done this entire time. I'm not going to go there. Moving on. Next, of course, we have just a quick shout out to Tim Dog here. He's been a great character. He's really come around. I do have to state that. So this is just more of like a post notifying Tim is no longer an Xbox fanboy. He may main the system, but he's no longer going to be, out there. If you're aware of Tim Dog, he's been the most hardcore of Xbox fans, and yes, even called himself a fanboy. So he's stuck by it. He's like, I may main it, but I'm not going to be pulling the wool over my eyes any longer. I'm not going to be susceptible to all this BS. So I just thought this was kind of funny. Just wanted to share that real quick if you are familiar with Tim Dog. And then we got Mr. Lord Voldemort here. This is what happens when goblins are given wands. What? He's in character. You don't know what to do with power. I feel like an idiot for buying an Xbox console. Did you guys go to school? A company who can't make good games except buying studios. Aren't you even ashamed for what you were blabbering? #suckbox. Again, we've stated it multiple times. You had the IPs. The Xbox had, you're right, though. You're right, Voldemort. Xbox had the IPs. They had the IPs, they had the money, they had the means to capitalize on every aspect of gaming. Even with the fumble of the Xbox One, even out of the gate, they could have turned things around. You don't need the most powerful console out there. Look again at Nintendo Switch and Wii U and stuff. You need the games. That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do. They didn't do it. So you're not necessarily wrong, but don't feel like you should feel like an idiot because people have told you. This is the whole point of all this. We've told you. Multiple people have told you guys. Knock it off. Wake up. Demand better. Expect better. Come on. J. Rembert. RIP Xbox. I'm not selling my Microsoft stock, but this is the sad day. Never thought I'd see it happen. Lonely chair swinger right there. We all seen it happening. Most anybody with a brain had seen this happening from Xbox. Again, we don't know 100%. There's still officially rumors until we hear more from Microsoft Corporation or from Phil on Monday. We do have to temper those expectations, folks. I'm not going to mislead anybody. Technically, everything's still rumors. We don't have a solid verification on any of this yet, but we are extracting the salt. That's what we're doing. I will not misinform anybody. I will not gaslight anybody. We're here to have fun and watch the meltdowns. That's what this is about. So I do just want to take a quick moment and remind everybody, still technically rumors, but hang tight. Monday's going to be a ball. All right. Jen, FU Xbox P3, which is Phil Spencer. FU Sarah Bond, which unfortunate for her. She just got the new role. Not really up to her. And FU all at Xbox. So everybody under that umbrella. Jen is not happy. Really inappropriate to state that to everybody involved. They're doing their jobs, their business. As we stated multiple times before, that comes first. Grow up, deal with it, stop being a cuck, all right? Worlds. If this is true, I'm leaving Xbox's ecosystem entirely. This is a death blow for Xbox if true, and something that I wholeheartedly disagree with. Would feel betrayed by and will lead to me spending my money elsewhere. Tags everybody involved like you can see on screen. So, and this is in regards to on February 5th, Tom Warren saying that Microsoft is planning to release Starfield on PS5. Microsoft is said to be planning a launch for Starfield on PlayStation 5 post the release of the already announced Shattered Space expansion for Xbox and PC. Now, this is why I believe these rumors to be pretty firm overall, and it's not going to be every single first-party game. But you got people like Tom Warren that really is in the know. He gets fed this stuff internally, right? Leaked stuff as it's stated, right? But if true, you're leaving entirely. Most of you should. If they are, they've they made you all so gullible for so long. It's time to cut the cord, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, just at least get a PC. Or if they're truly coming to PlayStation, get a PlayStation and PC, or get the trifecta with a Nintendo Switch, or hold off till the Switch 2 when that comes out. Up to you if you don't already have the Switch, which, according to the sales number, it seems like the entire world has a Switch, at least one in their household. I could be wrong, but nonetheless, All right, Ora Haito. Tagging Xbox and Phil Spencer, you betrayed your fans by declaring that Xbox exclusives would be available on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. John Wick's in there. I got betrayed. I don't think it's a betrayal. You guys betrayed yourselves. You betrayed each other with, again, not buying your games. Xbox. So we had, just a quick note, we had Broken Games and others stating, you guys didn't buy your games, and they're doubling down on that only. But nobody understands the fact that Microsoft, like I've stated in all my videos, Microsoft conditioned the entire fan base to rent the games, so they have nobody to blame but themselves. They never should have done day and date on Game Pass with their first-party games. Never should have happened. And then Game Pass in general, you're conditioning people. You thought, like I stated before, they thought they could get higher sub counts from that. No, freeloaders are freeloaders. And even though you're paying a renting service, you're still freeloading. You're getting so much value because it is. I 100% agree. For the consumer, it is value. That's what you're getting. But that's not going to work out as a business if you're not growing. I don't know how you didn't sit there and analytically look at that. Absolutely crazy, but I digress there. So, that being said, I want to end this video on a couple of videos here. The first one, you know what? I'll let it speak for itself. Take a look.
I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. Honestly, I did. And I woke up exhausted today. Like literally exhausted. I didn't even work out. I have ready to rock and roll this morning. I do 3 and 4 times a week, and I couldn't even garner the strength because I was so bothered by this in my sleep that I wound up getting up at 2:30 and not going back to bed till almost 4.
Yeah.
I literally sat, and I was saying this, and again, shout out to Focus Entertainment because they recognized the channel, and they asked us if we wanted to be a part of the review process for Banishers. Which is their new game.
Good.
Yes, I downloaded it today. You know where it is? it's sitting on the console idle because I just did not have the will to play. I was that bothered by this. I think that if you are an Xbox fan, you should be bothered by this. I think Xbox owes us an absolute explanation.
So yeah, I don't understand. Let's take a moment. Man, we're so sorry you lost sleep over this. I mean, what a gut punch. What a gut punch. What a touching story. I feel for you so much. The feels. I mean, get this guy some hugs. Get him something. Oh man. Get over it, man. You're acting like you just woke up to the news of Sega announcing that they're ceasing operations completely and going completely third party with what they did when they were stopping the Sega Dreamcast. What are you doing? Your games are still playable at this point in time, and at this point in time, it's still a rumor. We're not getting anything confirmed yet. Wait till Monday. I know the frustration, like I said before. I get it. If I was in the same shoes since I main PlayStation, if I was in the same shoes, I would be irritated. I'd be frustrated. I'd be waiting on bated breath for Monday to roll around. However, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. They are not saying we're ceasing production of the games you love. You won't be able to play them anywhere. Yes, is it frustrating not have that special need to be like, my ecosystem has exclusive games and content that you can only get in this ecosystem. I get that. I really do. But come on. Sick to your stomach, losing sleep over it. You have a decision to make after Monday, whatever comes out of Phil's mouth and whoever else that wants to state whatever. You have a decision to make. Just like those of us that stuck with the Sega Dreamcast and even Sega at the time. You have a decision to make. Life goes on. There's still going to be amazing games being made. I know it sucks. Move on. That's absolutely ridiculous. The amount of just craziness. Anyways, moving on from that, one more other video here. This is great. Just a quick setup here. This is Griffin Gaming pretty much tearing apart Andy Pants. Take a look.
Xbox has broken these guys' backs. Xbox is dominant now. Welcome. We're in the Xbox era because
Bro, this aged like fucking milk.
Palworld is the most successful game of the past few years. If you look here at the concurrent player number, it is right now sitting at 2.1 million
Holy
concurrent
shit,
players,
man.
which is unheard of. The only game that sits above it still is PUBG, which I think peaked at 3 million concurrent players, but we've never seen anything like this before, and it's exclusively on Xbox. Oh no. And look at
Then why are you looking at fucking Steam charts, you fucking retard, if it's exclusively on Xbox?
the pain in their eyes. These guys are butthurt that Xbox is dominating from beginning to end now. And here's the thing that really stings. What game did Pocket Pair make before they made Palworld? That's right, a little game called Craftopia that wasn't massively successful, but Craftopia was exclusive for Xbox One, for Windows, for Xbox Series X, and for Series S. What I think
That's because it's a game that never left early access, you fucking dunce.
to see here is that Sony has funneled all this money into these dog shit AAA studios that make games like Spider-Man 2, Dad Simulator games, Press X to move a log games. And as we saw with Last of Us Factions, they can't even produce a single multiplayer game. But this is why the Xbox Game Pass system works so well, is that Xbox spans their money out and they invest in so many different studios.
They didn't invest shit in fucking Palworld, you dumbass.
Who would have thought that this little studio called Pocket Pair that they invested in 2020, and actually years before 2020, because I think Craftopia came out in 2020, Xbox, with their ID at Xbox program, started investing in this company. And once that company was fully grown and started making games that were better and better, they would produce Palworld. So this is why the Xbox system works, is because they invest in small developers, they invest in small companies, and that is where true innovation comes from. Meanwhile, Sony is dying. It's a dinosaur. PlayStation fans like to count console sales, but the problem is nobody's playing these PS5s. The PS5s are out there. There's 40 or 50 million of them sold, supposedly, but nobody's playing them, apparently. They're sitting and collecting dust because Xbox exclusive are dominating the world right now. It's so nice to see Xbox begin to dominate, because what we're seeing now is the picture for the
What are they fucking dominating? The bargain bin? Because they were $350 on Black Friday. PlayStation was $500, and PlayStation now fucking sold them 3-1, my guy. Come on, bruh.
10 years. We already know PlayStation has 0 first-party titles coming out this year. Microsoft has like 10 coming out. Guys, welcome to the
Dude, the copium is insane.
Xbox era.
Right. So as you can tell, clearly an Xbox fanboy, clearly using Palworld in a myriad of ways. And other aspects he's comparing to. Griffin did his job. He called him out, called the BS, as you see. And I know others are going to kind of compare, well, PlayStation fans are comparing recently Hellblade numbers and everything like that. Yeah, because it's a Sony published game. Xbox had nothing to do with the creation or publishing of Palworld. You know, just as a side note here, it's just insane. Like, anything to try and grasp and utilize a win. And then the other BS he was doing, I could have tore him up a little bit more, you know, but I'll leave that for another time. Just the fact that he's trying to utilize some of PlayStation's exclusive games and saying how they're not up to par and all this stuff and how they're a waste of money. Dude, what? Oh, we can go on and on about that, but pretty crazy. But I wanted to share that with you as well. But that being said, this video is long enough. Want to give you guys your time and respect that time as well. Again, just real quick, recapping the end here, I just want to say thank you so much. The last time I just checked, we're at, what, 1,113 subs out of the 1,500 goal that I'm setting up for the next goal to get us there. You guys are blowing my mind. The amount of support. I'm super glad you seem to like the content. I love sharing it with you. I love being here with everything and sharing my thoughts and everything on there as well. So it does not go unnoticed. A heartfelt, supreme thank you on my end. I truly mean it. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much. That being said, we'll end the video here. If you haven't already, definitely consider liking, commenting, helping out the algorithm, and if you haven't already, possibly subbing to the channel, helping out a small content creator like myself. And of course, as always, just remember, don't be a salty batch. And we'll see you next time. Take care.